New Year resolutions suck big time. Ugh.
Hola amigos, it is week 2 of 2017 and this would be vlog number 2. One of the reasons I'm doing this vlog, if for anything else, is for a legacy. I've been watching YouTubers for a while, and two that I watch on a regular basis are Philip DeFranco and Casey Neistat. Now, Philip DeFranco is more of a newsy guy on his main channel. He has multiple channels. But one of the channels he has is sort of the, I think it's called the Franco Family Channel, where his wife is the one who goes around recording their daily lives. It's mostly her and their son, and Philip shows up every once in a while, but it's mostly the wife. And what's cool about that is, you know, their kid and their family, of course, but mainly their kid will be able to, in 10, 20, 30 years, to look back on those videos and see what it was like. I know I'm somebody who I don't recall in detail what it was like growing up. Memory is vague. I recall big events or important events, but as far as daily details, daily living details, you know, every once in a while something will pop in here. But other than that, you know, there's not a lot of descriptive detail in my childhood memories. So having a treasure trove of videos that you can look back on, at least for me, I think is invaluable. I think we're one of the first, if not the first generation, where being able to record for posterity daily living, if you want, is achieved so easily. I mean, all you have to do is, if you have a cell phone, which, you know, most anybody here in America and in, you know, more developed countries have, all you have to do is pull that out and start recording. Now, what you record, of course, depends on you, but we need to think about the future and think about the opportunity we have as far as leaving lessons or messages or experiences. But for me, primarily, it is about leaving our kids. My wife and I have 2 kids. Our son will be 5 in a couple of months, and our daughter is 7. And I think it would be so cool if in, you know, 10, 20, 30 years, if they wanted to see or hear, you know, what we were like. For me, the present; for them, the past. And all they have to do is, you know, click on the play button on their computer or whatever device they'll have in the future. I think it's so cool. I think if we're not doing this with a little bit of that thinking, I think we're missing out on a great opportunity. I personally would love if I was able to do that and see, you know, my mom when she was younger, or my dad, or my grandparents. You know, as it is, I think most of us only have pictures and stills of what it was like, you know, back then. And I, you know, as I'm talking, I realize, yeah, you know, we've been taking home movies since what, the 1950s and 1960s, maybe, I'm not sure. That history is few and far in between. Only people, again, who were thinking ahead did those things. You know, you look at the dated birthday parties or the dated visits to Disney World and Disneyland, and you know, you got the jumpy film or the 8mm, 16mm film, some without sound, and whoever shot those things, I'm sure their families being able to look back on that, are very happy. And it's so easy for us now to not do it. I think it's a shame. So, bringing it all back to the beginning, this is one of the reasons I want to start doing this. I think it's very important. I want to leave some kind of legacy. I'm not saying this is going to be the end all be all definitive message for my kids, but if I can leave a record of what's happening today with me, and eventually in the near future with my wife and even themselves, I think it'll be cool for our kids to be able to look back on, and even if it brings them a smile to their faces. We all have down days, we all have days when we're just like, what's the point? And to be able to look back on something like this and say, oh man, I remember what that was like. I remember Dad, I remember Mom. That's a cool reason. And Casey Neistat, man, that guy, if you've never checked him out, do yourself a favor and check this guy out. He has a very interesting story. He had a kid when he was still in high school. I think he was 17 when he became a dad. He had to drop out, had to work 2 jobs at a time, and he was a dishwasher at one point and wasn't making a lot of money. He got out there and worked really hard on taking videos, and eventually he got noticed on YouTube. He was one of the first ones to get a viral video that was viewed, millions of times. Had a show on HBO for a while about him and his brothers. And when I found him, he was about to start daily blogging, where every single day for at least 2 years, I think, he was recording a vlog. He's just exceptional. He is an exceptional guy who works terribly hard. He has a lot of experience. He's traveled all over the world, gets invited everywhere, knows tons of people, and he just has created all these opportunities for himself that most people have not. I'm sitting at the dining table and I could see my mail lady walking by to drop off the mail, and again, I'm a newcomer, and it's kind of embarrassing, don't ask why, to just be sitting here talking to a camera all by myself. Casey has inspired me just because, again, he's leaving a great legacy for his kid. I'm totally fanboying right now, but if you've seen what I've seen, if you watched his videos, you'll understand where I'm coming from. But anyway, I think it's a good time to go take a shower right now.